You know what I mean? I remembered who I'm talking to, and it's like there are some people that are built different. They handle more not because they're better, but life has been tougher on them, so they became tougher for life. Because there's another
Right.
situation where her daughter had ice cream and wasn't supposed to have ice cream
Yeah. Well, she's lactose intolerant, and we went
to
to
Cheesecake Factory.
my daughter Jaden and I went to Cheesecake Factory, and she had macaroni and cheese and then ice cream, and she's lactose intolerant. And I said, Jaden, are you sure you want to do this? And she said, yes, I do. And I was like, you know what's going to happen? She was like, it's fine. I said, okay. So on the way home, she was putting her feet all over his ceiling of the car. She was in the back seat crying, and I was just ignoring her and just kept talking to him. And he was like, what is
What
wrong
wrong
with
with
her?
yeah?
Like he was looking at me like I was a bad mom because I was ignoring her, and I was like, she knew this was going to happen. I
It was so confusing. It was so confusing. I'm like, why? What's up? But what happens is,
I mean, she was like 16, 15.
but
It wasn't
here's,
like she
but
was
here's, but
three or
this is
anything.
why this is important to spiritual warfare, is because you guys knew that this isn't going to kill you, and
Right.
so pain. You're not controlled by pain.
No.
You're like most people don't even know the amount of pain that you go through on a daily basis. But
Right.
like it's amazing how pain doesn't have to stop you. You know what I mean?
No. It
Uh,
doesn't.
I mean, you're annoying naturally, but seriously, most people couldn't accomplish what you accomplish because, like, you have bone on bone hips. Most people don't know what that feels like. You
Right.
know what I mean? To
That
have
last night, like I'm walking and all of a sudden my hip goes pop really loud, and I'm like, "Did you hear my bad hip? It just popped!" Like ha ha ha. Like and it's well, God does. God is my strength. There
right.
is no possible way if I did not have God in my life, I would be one of those people that just laid around complaining and saying,
Right.
poor me, woe me. But
I mean, I say you do that, but it's kind of an exaggeration.
no, I don't because there are some, don't get me wrong, there are some days that it's like I need rest, and God tells me, hey, when I need rest, I need rest. But um then there's other days where I get up and knock it out of the ballpark, and um, God is my strength on those days, and I draw all my strength from Him. And I think
See,
there
that's what
are
I feel about slavery. Is that there? It was impossible. I've been by slave houses, and the seeing how they lived, and like it's impossible that they made it without God. And that's why it's such a shame that in this modern culture, the cool thing to do is throw God away.
yeah, I don't get it. Like, how do people do it? I don't. I'm not angry at people that throw God away. I feel bad for them. I feel so sorry for them because
I can say I think
I
that
know how wonderful I feel with
yeah, but
God.
you're
I
talking
can't
about
imagine.
relationship. You're talking about relationship, and I think that what's happened is, and it's so funny that spiritual warfare is involved in this. But when God said, when people say, "Lord, Lord, didn't I preach in Your name?" I think it's Matthew 7, where He says people
See,
will come to
those
Him
are
and
the
say,
people I'm angry at.
"Right, right," because I was going to say that these people that think they're doing spiritual warfare
Right.
really aren't doing
The
spiritual
ones that
warfare.
are actually chasing the people away, the ones that preach in God's name, the false prophets,
Yeah,
those are the ones I'm angry at.
yeah. The,
The ones that don't know the lost souls right now, those are the ones I feel bad for. The ones that, my heart aches for, the lost souls. The false prophets, the ones that are actually pushing the lost souls further away, those are the ones I'm
Well,
angry
what's
at.
funny is that Christ actually addressed the Pharisees and says to them, "Hey, you're making them twice the sons of hell that they already are."
Right.
And I want to read this because we said we are going to do this before we went to break. It says, "And it shall come to pass." Well, it says, "And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God." The "if" is such a huge word that we've got to. Can you do me a favor and look up the word "if"? We've gotten so comfortable thinking we know stuff. Um, and I'm like, when was the last time you looked up the definition "if"? When was the last time you looked up the word "if"? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so interesting because there's these two little letters. So much blessing is
On
hinged.
condition that, in
Come on.
case that, granting or supposing that,
Oh, guys.
even though whether.
But it's not a guarantee. It's a
Um,
guaranteed
it's a-
under condition.
a stipulation,
It's a stipulation.
a requirement.
So people, listen. We haven't read the blessings yet, but he's saying that all the blessings that are about to be listed are going to happen if you hear the voice of the Lord. Not if you hear the voice of your blackness, the voice of your whiteness, the voice of your gender, the voice of your politicians, the voice of your money, the voice of your children. If you hear the voice of the Lord, these promises are guaranteed to you. And we've got to, this is why people get their butt kicked by demons all the time, because we expect spiritual warfare to stay in the spirit.
Right.
It falls into reality.
Right. If in that situation is a requirement, like you're required to do this in order to get this.
So
right?
basically, there's no way. Now, someone's going to talk about grace. Well, then grace is that blessing. It doesn't mean you're going to get the blessings. Grace means you get another chance to get the blessing.
Grace gives you another chance.
Yeah.
Grace doesn't mean that
you're going to get blessed. And someone's going to say,
grace doesn't mean that you're not required to do anything. Grace just means that you get another chance.
What people are always trying to do, which increases spiritual warfare, what people are always trying to do is they're always trying to get the reward under grace, because under grace, there's no responsibility.
Yeah, and that's not right. There is always responsibility.
Yeah.
God is responsible to us for many things, and we're responsible to him too. It's a two-way street. You know, people always talk about like he's responsible to us, you know, and we're responsible to him. Like that's not right to think that he's responsible to us for all this stuff, but you know, he's just going to give us eternity and we can go out and do whatever we want.
You know what I noticed?
Murder and plunder and just go to heaven because of grace. That's not how it works.
Right. Now, I notice what they're doing now is they're finding out when great men of God die, they're finding out what their life was really like so that they can accuse them and disclaim them when they're dead. That's why the private life is so important. You know what I mean? That's why I'd let everyone know right off the bat, I'm crazy. God's that way, because I want people to always see progression. I want people to always see growth. That's why I'm so transparent. Because you're not going to take my testimony and then use it against me when I'm dead.
Well, I think you have a great show this morning, and you have a guest this morning too.
Yeah, at 9 a.m. Yeah, we're doing we're talking to Mark with Life Camp. Mark with Life Camp. This guy. He started this camp where he actually kids whose parents were murdered or killed in war. You know, vets who lost their parents at war. What he does is he gives them every year. He buys them, or pays for them to go to this camp where they focus on God. They do things that their dad. It's a mentorship program, so other soldiers become their parents for like the 3 months or whatever during the camp, where they go fishing together. They learn how to do ropes. They go hunting together. Yeah, well, that's what I might be one of the mentors, but they all do it from a Christian perspective.
Well, you know what? I am really sad that I'm going to miss that this morning, because I'm saying this because I'm about to leave. The kids and I are going to Lynn Haven Mall because we open at 9 a.m. We have to go get set up. Make sure you come out and visit us if you're out this morning at Lynn Haven Mall. We are one of the only Christian stores left in the area. Also, I'm sure that Heaven and Earth is going to be open today. Support them too. Tomorrow is Small Business Saturday, but don't wait till tomorrow. Support all small businesses today. I know people like the Walmarts and the Targets and all of that, but small businesses are the backbone of our country. So make sure you support not just our small business, but all the small businesses.
Yeah.
And Coming Soon Jesus isn't just a business. Ours is, we call it ministry in the marketplace. We listen to people.
I had a more mafia term for it. It was like a business front, but we're really a ministry. You know what I mean? You know, like that mafia style.
Right. People are blessed to see Jesus right in the middle of the mall, scripture everywhere. We do, like I said, take time with people. We pray with people. We don't just, hey, come buy something and get out of here. Like, we really want to get to know people. It is a ministry. We listen to people's problems. We are there for people. And then we also connect people with people. That's what we're there for.
That's one of the things we love the most.
We have your business cards up there. If you have literature you need out, if you have an event coming up, I mean, that's what we're there for, is just to connect people, to love on people. And most of the stuff that we do goes back into ministry. We have the hoodies for the homeless, where you purchase a hoodie, we get it to the homeless, and then the proceeds go back into ministry somehow also. And we support so many different ministries. So please support us, because we support others.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come out. We're right in the middle of the food court, right in front of the Christmas tree. You can't miss us.
Well, I'm gonna take them to get set up, and then we will be right back, people. It's gonna be awesome.
Will be back, and he have a guest this morning, but the kids and I are going to the mall.
All right, we'll be back.
Bye. All right, you guys, we're leaving, but Duke will be back after he drops us off at the mall. He'll be back very shortly, but come join us at the mall, or we'll be going live there too, so you'll see us on the Coming Soon Jesus one, I'm sure. Have a great rainy